What is up, everyone? Got a great new bike to show you guys today. It's the Mokwheel Mesa Lite 2.0. This is a urban commuter style bike from Mokwheel. And in this video, we're going to do some deliveries with it, go over a general overview on the specs of it, and see if this is the right bike for you guys. So right off the bat, looking at the frame of the bike, very cool. This one comes in this teal color here. The battery is integrated into the frame, giving a nice sleek look. The tires are just regular urban commuting tires. The part of this bike I really like a lot are the handlebars. It uses a swept style of handlebar, which gives you a more upright seating position. Perfect for urban riding and urban commuting. It's a color display, shows your speed, has whether the light indicator is on or off, and the different pedal assist levels. It goes pedal assist 1 to 5. The grips are just standard rubber grips with the Mokwheel branding on it. They're good, and if you don't like them, you could obviously switch them out. 7-speed shifter, throttle on the left side. The control pad has the power button, the different power assist levels, the light to turn on and off the light, and then the part that I think is very important, it has a horn. The integrated horn is something that I wish all bikes would do because it makes so much sense. Saves you space with having to install a bell, and it's just louder and looks better on the bike, in my opinion. In terms of the fork here, the Mokwheel Mesa Lite 2.0 has changed the rigid fork to a suspension fork. So this is probably just a generic cheap suspension fork, but it does help to smooth out the ride a bit, which is important for urban riding. Disc brakes, it uses mechanical disc brakes. Not the most powerful brakes, but good enough for what we're doing with this bike here. Again, closer look at the battery, you can see integrated into the frame. Key right here to take it in and out. You can charge it either off the frame or open up this port here, charge it inside the bike. Rear hub motor. This is a 350 watt rear hub motor. Not a super powerful motor, but very good. This bike has a top speed of, it says on the website 28. I'm riding in real life, I'm getting about 22 when I'm riding. But if I'm going downhill, the motor does seem really powerful when I'm going downhill or on a flat. So I'm not quite sure what the top speed is based on my riding, but I'd say comfortably 22 for sure. Includes front fenders and rear fenders, which is good, again, for urban riding. Includes this rear rack, which gives you some nice cargo capacity if you want to put a panniers or a basket or something on the back. Front headlight, nice and bright. Here's a part I really like about this bike. It has 3 taillights that are all integrated. So it's got this taillight right here on the back, and it also has these 2 taillights on the side. So one over here and one over here. So it gives you a little side lights as well so people can see you. Really nice. There's other bikes that have the integrated rear lights on the frame like that. The issue when it has it on the frame like that is if you don't have a light here, you can't see it if you have a bag or panniers on the back. So that's a good thinking that they put there to put 3 lights on this one instead of just 1. So overall, that's the look of the Mokwheel Mesa Lite 2.0. And what we're going to do now is we'll take it out, do some DoorDash and Uber Eats deliveries on it, and see how this ride handles. All right, we're taking the Mokwheel Mesa Lite 2.0 out, picking up an Uber Eats order from Potbellies. So I enjoy the ride quality of this bike in my initial riding around with it. It's definitely got the feel of an urban commuter bike with the smaller tires and kind of this upright seating position that it has. Very smooth ride. Obviously it's a new bike, so it's gonna probably feel a little smoother, but I really like it. The front suspension gives it a lot of cushion. The tires are pretty good. And what I really do like a lot are these swept back handlebars, because I'm a big fan of swept back handlebars. They give you a more upright seating position, which is good for when you're just doing urban commuting and you don't need to be in such an aggressive riding position. Riding no hand on this bike is also real easy because it really just feels like a regular bike. And the power on this bike is good. It's got nice, very natural feeling pedal assist to it. Interestingly, it takes a little, like a second for the motor to kick in when you start pedaling, which kind of makes sense. It kind of makes it so you don't get that like sudden jolt that you get from some bikes. Okay, we are here at Potbellies. We're gonna grab this order. Wonderful, thank you so much. We're going to the Humphrey School of Public Affairs, just across the river. So the throttle on this bike is good too. It's a pretty gentle throttle, so it doesn't just send you flying. So the Mokwheel Mesa Lite 2.0 uses a 350 watt motor, which isn't the most powerful motor, obviously, but for urban riding, totally good. And you can definitely go fast enough. You got 5 levels of pedal assist. So if you want, this is definitely a type of bike where you could easily put it on pedal assist 0 if you wanted. If you wanted to just ride it normal, you could totally do that. I'm one of these people who likes to ride it on pedal assist 4 or 5 to give it some power. So yeah, right there on that straightaway there, it takes a few rotations of the pedals for the motors to start kicking in. But once you get going, I mean, here on this straightaway here, I'm on pedal assist 4, I'm going 23 miles per hour. If I put it to 5, I can get to, it about stays the same. So about 23 miles per hour. Now, I have ridden this bike downhill, and I don't know what it is about this bike, but downhill, it really flies. Because I can get down a hill, it goes 28 miles per hour, and it really feels like the motor is doing a lot of work going downhill to get you up to that speed. So you can see how on a bike around this area here, it's so much easier to do deliveries, because you can just take all this great infrastructure and save a lot of time. But yeah, this is also a really nimble bike, like getting through traffic and stuff or around people. Very good for that. Okay, let's see. Here we are, meet at door. I believe this is it right here. Hey, for Lou, yeah. There you go. Have a good one. All right, we got that order delivered. In the meantime, we'll just take a quick look at the bike here. You can see it's pretty sweet looking. Okay, we got a delivery from Moo Moo Tea, other side of campus, but it's a slow day and it's going very close, so we'll just grab it. Yeah, so I really like the feel of this bike actually. I haven't had like a commuter bike for a while. This bike is a lot like the Rad City. I do own the Rad City, and that is one of my favorite bikes. But this bike feels a little bit lighter and smaller than the Rad City. It feels and looks a lot like a regular bike. So you can see on straightaways, you can comfortably maintain 23 miles per hour or so, and that's very good. And you can see no wheel wobble or anything when riding no-handed. So for commuters, if you're looking for a steady bike, not bad at all for this. And I don't usually ride no-handed, but I don't have any gloves on right now, and it's a little bit chilly, so I gotta keep my hands in my pocket. When you look at the handlebars here, by the way, just going over this stuff, display, I really like this display. It's really bright, easy to see. It's pretty sunny today, and even in the sun, you can still see the screen very well. It's in color, gives you a lot of information. And this control pad is real good because it has this horn, which I really like having a horn. Now, having a horn, like the electronic horn built into the control pad of the bike, makes so much sense, and really this is what all bikes should do, especially for people who are riding in the city, or where they need to be able to get around people. It's just really useful, especially when you're on a bike. You want to be able to communicate with people. So sometimes with all this stuff on the handlebars here, or like if you have like a swept handlebar like this, which doesn't give you like the best places to put things on, just having this horn just in there saves you space, and it's loud. So that is a very good feature. And so kudos to Mokwheel for recognizing that and putting that in there, because I think that a lot of bikers could use that type of system on their bike. So what else do we gotta talk about? Braking uses Zoom mechanical disc brakes. It's totally fine for this style of bike. Obviously, having a hydraulic disc brakes would be better, but that does come with increased costs. And a bike like this is coming in retail around $1,200 or so. on sale. You can get it for $1,000, and that's a good price, I think, for a bike of this quality, because it feels really good. So we'll grab this one. All right, we're still waiting for that order to be finished up, but in the meantime, we could take another look at the bike here. So, really like this teal color here. It's cool. I put this bag on the back also. It's from a company called Shade, S-H-E-Y-D, and it's like a backpack pannier set. That's pretty convenient. But yeah, really liking it. Liking this bike so far. It's really got some nice stuff to it. Hi, I have for Katrina and for Eve. All right, wonderful. Thank you so much. Short wait there, not too bad. And then one of these orders is going literally around the corner here. Thank you. Good, that one worked out. And now, in the meanwhile, we also picked up a DoorDash order from Chipotle, going real close. So we are gonna quickly run and grab that one. So you can see from a standing position, the throttle does take a little time to get going. So right here, I've been holding this whole time, and it's still only at 16 miles an hour. But then once it gets going, it starts moving. So I will say that this bike is not a particularly torquey bike. It is a good bike once it gets moving. Uh-oh, we got a biker coming through. Glad that guy got out of my way. Here. Perfect, thank you so much. But yeah, so if you're looking for a torquey bike, this is not the bike for you. But if you're looking for a comfortable ride, which I will say that this is definitely a comfortable riding bike. It feels very comfortable, it rides very comfortable. So it's definitely good for someone commuting. This one's not the step-through version, this one's the step-over version. The step-through version could potentially be even better for commuters because, you know, they don't have to lift your leg over a bar. There we are. Put it right over here. All right, we got that order delivered, and now we're gonna deliver this Uber Eats order. So yeah, on the straightaway here, we can see, I mean, 23, I think the website lists a top speed of 28. I don't know how I could get to that speed, but 25 right now, I think on flat ground you can really get it up there. So I think you can do it, but I'd say more realistically, you're probably gonna be in the 23 mile per hour range, which is not bad for a commuter bike. So we're gonna go slightly uphill over here, which will be a good test to see how it does going uphill. With a 350 watt motor, you won't be able to go as fast as some other bikes, but it should still be able to do the job. And this bike does use a cadence sensor, so most people will be used to that. That's just basically the normal sensor that most entry-level e-bikes use. So yeah, here we are, slightly going uphill. Bike's doing fine. I'm not really huffing and puffing or working real hard to do this. So it can do it. It can do it well. So one nice thing about this bike too is that it's very light compared to a lot of other e-bikes. I'm not sure what the weight on it is, but I can carry it up and down stairs pretty easily. And so if you live in an urban setting where you need to go upstairs, this is a good bike for that. All right, we're right here. There you go, have a good one. Now going downhill, this bike really shines because it flies downhill. Part of it's probably the smaller wheels. It's got a bit more of a, I don't know, more aerodynamic setup or something. I don't know what it is, but it really goes fast. And it really feels like the motor keeps going, even when it's going downhill. Like right now I'm going downhill. I'm not really pedaling, but I feel like the motor is still doing something. So I'm going 26 down this hill, which is very nice. Thank you so much. We're almost here. We're just gonna drop off this guy's order here. Hey, for Dathan. Yep. There you go. Have a good one. Okay, well, that's gonna do it with me on the delivery front there. Overall, really enjoying this bike. I think it's a good urban commuting bike. that offers a lot of benefits. So yeah, this bike is definitely well suited for a commuter who wants like a bike that's like a normal bike, because it definitely rides and feels like a regular bike compared to like a lot of these fat tire bikes or whatever that have kind of weird shapes and really big tires and that kind of thing. This bike really does feel like a normal bike, which I do enjoy a lot. So definitely good for that. For delivery people, it's good as well, just because it's a smooth ride and it's really nimble and quick. And importantly, it's affordable. This is not a particularly expensive e-bike, and it does offer some good benefits for the price point. That's gonna do it for this review. I hope you had a good time joining me on a little quick delivery one with the Mokwheel Mesa Lite 2.0. And if you liked what you see, give us a follow, subscribe, comment below with any questions or comments that you have. And until next time, I will see you all in the next one. Peace out, everyone.